Wrapped in the flag, Her Majesty, 92, struggles with the wind as she presents RAF with a new Queen's color ahead of centenary flypast. The Queen appeared to struggle to present the RAF with a flag ahead of a centenary flypast today. The 92-year-old monarch today presented the King's and Queen's colors, a silk union flag intended as the highest honor which the sovereign can bestow. But she battled through strong winds to hand the flag over to the Royal Air Force. Her Majesty also appeared to lose her footing as she left Westminster Abbey following the RAF centenary service on Tuesday morning. The Queen came close to stumbling as she made her way out of the Abbey with the Dean of Westminster. The Dean, the very relevant Dr. John Hall, reached out his hand in concern, but the Queen was able to steady herself without his help after pausing to regain her balance. The Queen then walked down the steps of Westminster Abbey without any aid. The Queen was joined by senior royals including the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex at the event earlier today. The service, which was also attended by the Prime Minister, marked the start of a busy day of engagements celebrating 100 years since the Air Force was founded. The event also saw the consecration of the new RAF Queen's color, a military tradition whereby a royal recognizes the achievements of a regiment or force by the award of King's and Queen's colors. It was on April 1, 1918 that the Royal Flying Corps and the Royal Naval Air Service merged to create the RAF, the world's first independent air service. Despite still being on maternity leave, after giving birth to Louis only 11 weeks ago, it is understood Kate felt the celebrations were important to attend if she could, having also taken part in Louis' christening yesterday. More than 2,200 people packed Westminster Abbey for the service, with dignitaries including Prime Minister Theresa May, Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson and Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn attending. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, addressed the congregation and said the RAF has in its first 100 years been a decisive factor in serving the country, as well as being key in protecting democracy and freedom. With an RAF ensign draped over the high altar behind him in the Abbey, Mr. Welby also highlighted how members of his own family have served and been killed in the RAF, drawing attention to his own father who flew low-level sorties in Burma. And amid turmoil in the cabinet and her government, Mrs. May delivered a reading at the service, Hebrews 11:32-12-2, with the head of the RAF Air Chief Marshal Sir Stephen Hillier also taking to the lectern. Charles, William and Harry all chose to wear no one RAF uniform to the Abbey, with Kate wearing a Dacre brooch, which was presented to her by the Air Cadets when she took on patronage in 2015. And in keeping with the traditional blue of the RAF, the Queen wore a royal blue silk coat with a turquoise collar and dress in the same color, both by Angela Kelly, with a matching hat by Angela Kelly and a diamond star brooch. Following the service at Westminster Abbey, the Queen will present a new Queen's color to the RAF along with her son Prince Charles in the forecourt of Buckingham Palace, before she makes a brief speech. The royals will then appear on the balcony of the Queen's London residence to view a flypast of up to 100 RAF aircraft, a parade of more than 1,000 personnel, and a feu de joie. Up to 100 aircraft from Battle of Britain-era Spitfires and Lancaster bombers to Britain's cutting-edge F-35 stealth fighter jets will take to the skies from 12:45 p.m. before thundering over Buckingham Palace 15 minutes later. Thousands are expected to line the streets to catch a glimpse of the iconic flypast, while more than 1,000 servicemen and women took part in a parade on the Mall.